Hi Virgo, welcome to your reading, and this is a reading for Virgo Sun, Moon and Rising for May 2021. And as always, keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it might not resonate with all of you, but if it doesn't, feel free to check your other placements here in the channel as well. So Virgo, every month I open up with the card that represents you and the card that represents your shadow side. Sorry, just said it wrong. Every month, I open up with the card that represents you and the card that represents your environment. But this month, we are doing things a little bit different. So instead of the environment, I'm gonna show you the shadow side of the situation. So this is an information, a person, or whatever it is that is happening on the background. You might not be completely aware of it, but there is something in motion here. And we are gonna talk about it, how this is influencing the situation. What do you need to know? What do you need to be aware of? So Virgo, let's open up with the card that represents you. So the Page of Fire, and this is a beautiful card. So definitely new beginnings and feeling more excited to take on these new beginnings. And the shadow side is the Seven of Water. Okay. Okay, that is interesting. So I really love how it opens up with the Page of Fire. Because this is a very fresh energy, I'm feeling very good about the pages this month. The pages are just giving up such a positive vibe to me this month. And I love the Page of Fire here. Because you coming up with this energy is so excited, is so optimistic for the things that are about to come. I see you being more optimistic, more happy, and just more fulfilled in general, and excited to take on new challenges, to take on new things, to start on them. But what is the shadow side? What you might not be seeing here that is not helping in the situation? It's the Seven of Cups. And this for me is very Neptunian. You can see on her face, she's just looking at all this and dreaming about it. And there is this theme of contemplation and over idealization with the Seven of Cups. It's nice to dream and it's nice to think of all the opportunities, but just don't just stay in the dreaming and wishing and thinking. Do it. Because the Page of Fire does it, okay? Fire does it. Fire goes for it, you know? It's Aries, it's Leo, it's Sag. They go for it. They don't just dream, they do. They are doers, okay? But what is going on the background here with the Seven of Water is this over-idealization. It's nice to think of what do you want for your life right now? What are the projects that you want to start on? What is this new job that you want to take on? What are these new things? But don't be so lost in dreaming about them and contemplating them. Do it. You need to start at some point. Okay, with the Page of Fire here. So it's very important to be aware that there is this energy of over-idealizing things and dreaming too much and being too lost in your thoughts. You need to get up and do it, because the Page of Fire, he does it. He's a starter. All the pages, they get up and do it. Actually, not all the pages. The Page of Cups doesn't. He just dreams, and it's very similar to this. But the other pages, they do it. They start with it, okay? So it's important to start with it this month. So let's see your cards. We have the Lovers. Nice. The Eight of Swords. And this Eight of Swords, again, see? Paralysis of choice, because the Lovers is a card of choices as well. People don't talk about it that much. The Lovers, other readers, they usually read the Lovers as a romantic lovers. But more than anything, the Lovers is a card of choice. It's a card of Gemini. Is of having this and having that and having to choose one path. And by having to choose a path, by having to choose among many things, you might be getting nowhere. There is a paralysis of analysis going on here. Nine of Wands. Okay, that's why you are paralyzed. Okay, I get it. The Fool in the reverse. See? Judgment in the reverse. Wow. Okay, Nine of Swords in the reverse. So that's good that it's coming out in the reverse here. But the message so far is very clear to me. The Knight of Wands in the reverse. The Page of Cups in the reverse. And the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay, Virgo. It's so clear to me why you have this fear. I think that you are someone who many things you tried in the past didn't work out. Okay, because the Nine of Wands is my PTSD card. I always say this. This is the PTSD. This is the guy that came from the war. He's hurt. He has been wounded. You can see that he has that white thing in his head. I forgot the word for that. But he's wounded. He came from the war, and he's still afraid. You see how he's holding up this wand here in a very defensive way. But something that I rarely notice in this card, and now it's calling a lot of my attention, is that there are little sprouts. I don't know if you can see, but there are little sprouts on these wands. So they are flourishing. They are starting to flourish. Whatever you are afraid here of repeating something from the past, of getting wounded again, it's not going to repeat itself. Because there is abundance on the way. Do you see these little sprouts? There is abundance on the way. There's something very good coming for you, but you need to take it. Because it's not going to be offered forever. There's an opportunity here for you to take on something. But you need to be brave enough to take on it. Not just dream about it, not just think about it with the Seven of Cups, but actually do it. And you don't need to be so afraid of repeating something in the past, of repeating the same mistakes. So for you, for instance, if you are getting to know someone new, and you are wondering if you should get involved with them romantically, and right now you're just feeling very paralyzed because you're afraid of repeating the same mistakes of the past and being hurt as you were in the past, I don't see that happening. And if for you this is more practical, this is more something in your life that you want to change, if this is a new job that you want to take on, or just making practical changes in your life, and you are feeling insecure because things never or rarely turned your way in the past, don't let that stop you. Don't let that keep you from going forward, from moving forward. Because here, there is this new journey for you to go into. The Fool is the new journey. There is something new here to be started, right? It's also connecting with that Lover. So again, it tells me that this Lover is way more about choices. It's way more about a new path. This can be, of course, a new path in love. Yes, it can. But it can be way more general than that. But you're not jumping into it. You're not taking it. You're not going for it. You're feeling too paralyzed. And with the Judgment in the reverse, again, because you are afraid of the possible outcomes. You are afraid of what can come from it. Because the Judgment upright is a card of surrendering, of accepting your fate. Oh, sorry, there's a motorcycle and it's a bit noisy. Let me wait for these people to pass. Yes. Okay. So the Judgment is a card of surrendering, of accepting your destiny, of accepting the outcome of your actions. But the Judgment in the reverse tells me that you are afraid of that. You're afraid of the consequences of making making the wrong choice, of making the right choice. So you don't go for it. You just stay where you are. And I do see here the potential of you letting go of it, of you letting go of that stress. But actually, it's the only card in the whole deck that is giving a bit of hope in that. So I do feel like this month will be a lot about you battling these feelings of fear, of not going for what you want, of indecisiveness. There is a battle going on here. Because again, there are so many cards of inactivity, of passivity. We have here the Knight of Wands in the reverse. We have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. You're lacking action. You're lacking clarity. Because she goes, actually both of them. The Knight of Wands, he's that very fast knight that he just goes for it. If he wants something, you better move out of his way because he's gonna get it. He's going for it. But he's in the reverse. So it's like he's charging, and then he's stopping. And then we have the Queen of Swords. She is a very pragmatic woman. She makes the decisions that she needs to make. She is ruling her whole kingdom, and she's extremely powerful, and she's coming out in the reverse again. So again, inaction. And then we have the Page of Cups in the reverse. And remember what I said, was it for you? Or, yeah, it was. So when I was talking about the Page of Fire, I said that this month I have been liking all page energies because they are doers, but not so much the Page of Cups because he's not. He's more of an idealistic persona. And then we got the Page of Cups here, and he's coming in the reverse. And with the Page of Cups in the reverse, it's so interesting that he's coming with the Seven of Water, because at the same time that I said that the Seven of Water is very idealistic and you're like thinking of what you want, but not doing it, the Page of Cups in the reverse, he tells me that you are afraid of dreaming too high. And this is a moment that you should be dreaming. You should be, not only dreaming with the Seven of Water because you need to do it, but don't be afraid to shoot high. If you want that job and you think that it's not good enough for you, and that's keeping you from, that you are not good enough for it, and then it's keeping you from applying for it. Don't dream about it. Be more optimistic. Because the Page of Cups, he's very optimistic. He really thinks he can. He dreams of the impossible. You see, he's dreaming of a fish out of a cup. It's ridiculous. It's impossible. And he's still dreaming of it. So dream of the impossible. Dream of the ridiculous. Dream and believe that you can get it in order to move forward. Be optimistic about the things that you can get. But do it. More than that, do it. Go for it, okay? Don't be lost only in the wondering of what could be. Go for it. Okay, Virgo? And I think that this is gonna be another motorcycle. Oh my God. Why do people make their motorcycles so noisy? I don't know. So, this is going to be a very short reading for you, but it's very straightforward this month, Virgo. So we are just going to finish with some oracle cards to wrap it up. So let's see what extra messages we have for you, Virgo. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Deep knowing. And I'm not getting a positive message from it. I'm getting that same message that I said before of being too pessimistic about things. And that's why I think that this month is very important for you to watch your thoughts. Watch your negative talk. Because I almost feel like you have this deep knowing that you're going to fail, which is not true. But it's like you believe so deeply that you're going to fail. You have so much trust that you are incapable, that you are holding yourself back, and that's not the truth here, Virgo. I have so many Virgos in my life. Some very dear friends of mine are Virgos, and I know that you guys are extremely capable, but you are just highly perfectionists. You think that whatever you do is never good enough. And I think I have been saying this message for you for some months now. That you are always trying to achieve the better. But don't let that hold yourself back. Don't have such a deep belief that you're not good enough, that you cannot get it. It's time to start changing that. It's time to start thinking more positively about yourself. Let's see what else we have for you, Virgo. This is beautiful. Butterfly spirit. And we have the number 11. Transformation is beautiful. So this is a moment for you to transform them, to transform these negative patterns and the negative self-talk, to believe more in yourself, and to understand that this transformation that is happening to you is beautiful, but you need to take it. You need to embrace it. When the butterfly goes into, I forgot the word again. My words are escaping me today. But when, well, the little insect previous to the butterfly, when it goes into its cocoon, I wonder, like, do they go in fear? Because they are completely dissolved in that cocoon. Like, it's transformed. Actually, it becomes a goo, and then it regenerates itself and makes itself up into a butterfly. But it doesn't stop it. Even if they go into it afraid of that transformation, it still goes into it. It still goes into that cocoon. It allows itself to be transformed. Because what's coming out of it is beautiful. But you need to take on it. We need to change things about ourselves and how we face things, how we go after things. And even though it's scary, sometimes you just need to do it anyway. To be brave enough to do it. Let's get one last card for you. Yes, yes. So we got the card, the Explorer. Indeed, this is a moment to explore things. Really explore these new possibilities, the new things that are coming your way, because the Page of Fire is also a very explorative energy. And as I said, it's not just about exploring them in your imagination with the Seven of Water. It's exploring them in real life. It's really doing things differently. It's trying new things. Okay, Virgo, so that's all I have for you this month, and I hope you enjoyed. And if you like this reading, please don't forget to like and subscribe down below. When you give a thumbs up to this video down below, you really help the algorithm to show it to more people and the channel gains more visibility. Okay, Virgo, so I'll see you next month. Take care and bye-bye.